Hi everyone, Shaked Baltal is here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to wish first to everyone, to all of my followers on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, no matter where you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram also, TikTok, no matter where you're watching my video, happy Hanukkah. And I'm driving home, ladies and gentlemen, from a beautiful concert in Symphony Park to celebrate Hanukkah. But unfortunately, my video is not about Hanukkah, but it's about the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers, ladies and gentlemen, got whooped, and I mean whooped, and got absolutely embarrassed on the road in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. Carolina Panthers lost to the Miami Dolphins by the score of 33-10. In the game, my friend, Carolina Panthers did everything wrong, everything possible wrong to lose this game. Now, some games, ladies and gentlemen, you see the final score and you're saying that is a lie. The game was much closer than the final score indicated. It was much closer. Unfortunately, my friend, in this particular game, the score didn't lie. The 23-point defeat by the Carolina Panthers to the Miami Dolphins truly characterized the game, how the Carolina Panthers played. It was three-part fault why the Carolina Panthers got embarrassed. Offense, Cam Newton was really bad today. Threw two really bad interceptions. Now the second one, I'll be honest with you, I thought that was on wide receiver DJ Moore. Because as a wide receiver, when the ball is in the air and you see the ball, and if it's underthrown, if it's an underthrow ball, underthrow pass, you have to come toward the quarterback. You have to come toward the ball. You cannot move 3 yards ahead when you notice that the ball is underthrown. You have to try to make a play on it. And unfortunately, when it comes to that play, DJ Moore stood, watch, the pick, ladies and gentlemen, not the boy, but the ball get picked up. The interception. So that interception, it's more on DJ Moore than Cam Newton, in my opinion. The first interception that Cam Newton threw, absolutely 100% Cam Newton fault. But it wasn't just Cam Newton who was terrible today. Special team, first punt. The Carolina Panthers allow a block punt for a touchdown. Return for a touchdown. Miami Dolphins. Alex Harrison, the Carolina Panthers punt returner, called for a fair catch and caught the ball at the 5-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, never played football in my life, except for Madden, of course. But I never played professional football. But even myself, yours truly, ladies and gentlemen, I clearly remember that when I'm watching the game, ladies and gentlemen, and when I'm watching the game, I clearly remember, my friends, that there is one rule that the returner has to follow. And that is quite simple. Inside the 10-yard line, when the ball is in the air, you don't catch it. You let it go to the end zone. You don't catch it. And especially, you don't catch it at the 5-yard line. Now, I've seen some people on Twitter stating, maybe it would have gone inside, maybe it would have stopped inside the 1. But you still take the chance. Because guess what? You block one of the return men. Pardon me, you block one of the defender, not the return man. Try to do a video on the fly, ladies and gentlemen, without a script. But anyway, you block one of the defender, one of the gunner, who's trying to make a stop on the ball before it going to the end zone. You do that, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe, just maybe, the ball go inside the 20, inside the end zone, and you start 1st and 10 from your 20 and not from your 5-yard line. In my opinion, that is unacceptable to catch the ball inside the 5-yard line. Which resulted, my friend, in a block punt. Because 3 plays later, guess what happened? Carolina Panthers had the punt block inside the 1-yard line. Dolphins recovered for a touchdown. That touchdown would have not taken place if Alex Harrison would have used his brain and understand that inside the 5-yard line, you don't catch the ball. You don't. No if about it. You let go inside the end zone. And I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't understand why Alex Harrison is still on the team as a return man. Because let's be completely honest, he is not and was not a good punt returner since pre-season. End of story, end of discussion. Well, Carolina Panthers had that terrible play by Alex Harrison. They had a punt block for a touchdown returned by the Dolphins. They had a 2 interception by Cam Newton. And on top of that, the defense was absolutely garbage. Absolutely garbage. Sure, they got a sack from Phil Askins. Sure, they got a nice play and a sack by Brian Spiderman Burns. They got a fumble recovery by Frankie Lulu, which they got their only points in the game besides the Cam Newton touchdown run. But outside of that, the defense was terrible. The defense was garbage. For the Carolina Panthers, there is no way around it. They were garbage. They could not tackle the runner. They could not stop anyone ahead on a passing play. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened to Phil Snow? What happened to this number 1 defense 2 weeks ago against the Arizona Cardinals, who shut them down? Sure, they didn't have Kyler Murray or DeAndre Atkins, but still, they make the Cardinals offense look terrible. In the last 2 weeks, this defense for the Carolina Panthers has been flat out embarrassing. So it's a 3-part fault. Offense, defense, special team, and on top of that, the coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. I believe Matt Rule is a great human being. I believe Phil Snow is a pretty good, great human being. I believe Joe Brady is a great human being. But with regard to coaching and only coaching what they do on the field and not off the field, I don't believe anymore that the 3 of them are good coaches. I mean, look at the result. Look at the result. There is no excuse. There is no excuse to go on the road, to look flat, to lose by 23 points to the Miami Dolphins. 23 points to the Miami Dolphins. There is no excuse to go on the road against the New York Giants and to only score 3 points. To only score 3 points and to lose by 27 points. There is no excuse for that. Anyone who's making an excuse is probably living in another planet, my friend. The bottom line, Matt Rule should be fired. The bottom line, Phil Snow should be fired. The bottom line, Joe Brady should be fired. As well as Chase Blackmon. He should also be fired, the special team coach. The bottom line, this team, this year was supposed to be an improvement compared to last year. They made an improvement, supposedly, free agency, on defense, on offense. But being completely honest with you, this team, ladies and gentlemen, is taking a major step backward, which, truthfully, honestly, there is absolutely no excuse for that. There is no excuse for the Carolina Panthers to go on the road, South Beach, against the Miami Dolphins, to only score 10 points, to give up 33 points. There is no excuse, my friend. There is absolutely zero excuse. Zero excuse the Carolina Panthers have. Like I state, it's one thing, my friend, it's one thing to lose a game when you are playing hard. And because of the officials and so on, it's one thing to lose a game when you are playing hard. But it's another thing to miss tackles. It's another thing to not protect the quarterback or create running room for the running back. All of those things are real. And what's frustrating as a Carolina Panthers fan is that this Carolina Panthers team this season is taking a major step backward. This was the year that there would be a playoff contention. A serious playoff contention. But this team, 2021 Carolina Panthers team, through 12 games, they've been underperformed. Well, underachievers. Well, underachievers. Well, not playing hard. Well, not giving all you got. And you know who's to blame? Yes, the players are to blame. When you don't play hard, it's on the players. But maybe, just maybe, beside the players, maybe it's on the coaching staff. Because when you cannot prepare your team to take on the Miami Dolphins, on the road, and you lose by 23 points, then something is wrong with you. Then you are not the right coach. When you cannot prepare the team to take on the New York Football Giants on the road, and you only score 3 points, and you give up 30 points, there is something clearly wrong with you. And you are not the right man for this job. So if I'm David Tepper, it's the bye week. I sit down with Matt Rule. I sit down with Joe Brady. I sit down with Phil Snow and with Chase Blackmon, and I fire all of them. Because at the end of the day, when players are not performing, when team is underachieving big time, someone, unfortunately, have to lose their job. That is the business of football. It's nothing personal. Like I state, I'm sure Matt Rule is an outstanding human being. I'm sure Phil Snow is a great human being. I'm sure Joe Brady is a great human being. I'm sure Chase Blackmon is an outstanding human being. And I wish all four of them all of the best of luck moving forward. But for the sake of the Carolina Panthers organization, coaching change must be made, and they must be made right now during this bye week. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, my friends, but the Carolina Panthers have hit the rock bottom, and unfortunately, that, my friend, is the truth.